Do we have a sense of where Jesse Waters is on? Is he on Team Trump or Team DeSantis? It sort of feels like he might be. Well, I can't tell if he is running interference for DeSantis or actually, in this instance, trying to get a story out there.
It could go either way. I mean, he has the misogyny of Donald Trump, like the open records of it, and also like the lack of charisma that DeSantis has.
And he's a little bit of like a Hunter Biden, like obsessive in terms of like they were trying to railroad Trump. He talks about that all like the Trump in China. Like I just don't know.
But is he sincere?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't necessarily know if that means like
anything.
he's in the tank for Trump or he's just like equal opportunist.
But here is Bill O'Reilly, Jesse Waters. Dropping what has been a growing story. We mentioned, I guess it was back in December, Mike Preisner, the Empire Files. I'm not sure which show he interviewed, a former prisoner at Guantanamo who claimed at that time that Ron DeSantis, who has been placed at Guantanamo as a JAG lawyer. I can't remember what JAG stands for, but it's...
He was supposed to be a lawyer there overseeing the torture there and making sure that it wasn't too torture-y.
Yeah,
and according
Judge Advocate General.
Judge Advocate General.
Yeah.
And according to this former detainee, his oversight of the torture was almost more like cheerleading. And subsequent to that interview, I think there was a story in, was it...
the Preisner quote went in Harper's.
In Harper's.
Then
okay.
after that, there was either like the Washington Post or the New York Times did a big piece on it.
And it does feel like this is floating around out there, but
Mansour Adaifi, who was alleging that he was tortured when DeSantis was in the room, has spoken with Al Jazeera Plus too. I put that in a sound poll so we can play it maybe after.
I imagine we're going to hear more from that guy. But here is Jesse Waters, Bill O'Reilly, Jesse Waters. It's unclear to me whether he's trying to get this into the mainstream more, or if he's just trying to inoculate people to this claim. My guess is inoculate. This is the way they generally do it.
Yeah, like slow roll up.
I think he would just rip the stitches off Joe Biden in a general, but then the FBI would probably destroy him along with the CIA. I'm sure the Pentagon probably has a picture of him stacking up Iraqi bodies in a Baghdad prison cell or something like that. Either that or they'll probably tap his phones. It worked in 2016. You don't think they're going to play dirty with Ron DeSantis? They're going to get Disney, they're going to get BlackRock, and they're going to get these defense contractors, and they're going to burn this man to the ground. Doesn't matter who the nominee is, they are going to torch the SOB. And now, no other Republican nominee can be not as bad as Trump. Think about it. If Trump is a racist traitor / rapist / rebel, can you have the left come out and say, well, he's not as bad as Trump? I mean, you can't say, well, actually, that sounds pretty good. He's not as bad. It has to be absolutely worse.
I can't quite follow what his claim is.
I guess he's trying to say that because they've already because the left, so to speak, has tried to villainize Trump so significantly that the only way to target DeSantis, if DeSantis were to win the general, is to almost cast him as worse than Trump.
You mean to like have photos and put them out there of his actions?
Yeah,
like Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so this is largely a basically inoculation type of thing, right?
Yeah.
He is building in the critique.
Stacking bodies, gets downgraded to watch the guy get force-fed Ensure until he's vomiting all over himself. Is
right.
A way to get information, and that's like a downgrade all of a sudden.
Right.
This is his version of Club Gitmo that Rush Limbaugh was engaged in for years.
Another knockoff.
Well, this guy's
commentary.
just doing Bill O'Reilly impression. I mean, that's it. And I can't imagine it. He'd probably, cop to that rather
And who cares if the left says he's worse? Like, you guys, we've been saying how horrible Trump is for so long, but I actually do think DeSantis is worse. Because I think the coalition that would rally behind stopping Trump is much more like powerful and
Easily,
broad than
engaged,
stopping DeSantis. And
DeSantis
I think
is a deep state like it being a guy who was a lawyer under the Bush administration at Guantanamo, like that is as scary as you can get.
absolutely, let alone the fascist inclinations that he's shown in Florida. Trump's much more fungible.
I think DeSantis is a true believer. I think Donald Trump is interested in whatever is going to help him in that moment. Do I think Donald Trump would have gone down to Guantanamo to torture somebody? Maybe for the right price, but I don't think he would do it for the excitement that DeSantis.
Not because I
clearly
like
got.
the country.
I know. Where would I stay?
Yeah. Oof.
Trump was like watching Hakeem Olajuwon in the second row when DeSantis was.
Yeah, right.